Welcome back everyone, Costin here on Serious Gaming, continuing my playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic.
Got something on your mind, do you?
You never did actually say why you decided to come with me.
No, I never did I?
You know, I don't have to take you with me.
Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? But don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
You look pretty happy there to me.
You live in an overgrown stump with a tax beating down your door, and you tell me how happy you would be. I was pleased just to have visitors. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
Damn right it is.
You got a smart mouth on you there, you know that? If others could talk, they'd sound like that. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
What interest do you have in my future?
Interest? Well, I certainly don't have a vested interest. Call it more idle curiosity. Your destiny is rather unclear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
So you're coming along to not offer your opinions?
I'll remind you that you're the one who started pumping me for information. Like an old man doesn't have anything better to do. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
I didn't bring you along for your amusement, you know.
Oh, stop being such a baby. Are you always so quick to turn aside an ally? Got too many of them, do you? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Got something? How many could you possibly need? And besides, I don't have enough supplies on me to put...
Alright, he's made as many as he's willing to for the moment. Very well then. You know, maybe I should change the lightsaber that I have. But there is a 25% chance to stun with it, and it's not like I'm lacking for damage on the thing. Oh no, I have plenty of damage. Maybe too much even. That's a bit of an issue. Maybe I don't want to go on Korriban. Maybe all I want to do is head to Manan. Because I've got business to deal with there. Actually.
How may I... What is...
Nothing. Not right now, anyway. I think I'll take mission with me and Jolee, maybe. Maybe it's time to actually make some use out of Canderous, actually. He probably would appreciate the dark side. He is the dark side. No, that's Palpatine. The dark side incarnate. Or Volcarian, whatever it is. However you pronounce his name. I haven't actually followed that too much. I mean, I've seen some cinematics here and there, but... yeah... maybe no. Actually, I'm thinking Canderous and Jolee. Jolee because this is a quest involving him, and Canderous because it might trigger his quest. I am the Dark Lord of the Sith. How do you know who I am? You're with the exchange. Get to the point, how do you know my true identity? Sources? What sources? How does this involve you? And you're just going to give these items to me? Korriban. Alright. So, the exchange wants to make a deal with me, giving me access to some high-level supplies, and in exchange they might get some favors later down the line. Well,
yeah? And you need?
Yes?
I need you dead, old man. How about that one? Oh, come on, Canderous. Look at him run like a headless chicken. At any rate, there is a trial that I need to attend to here on Manon.
And you need?
Okay, he can get... I think I'll give him more wisdom. Alright, skill-wise, he gets street injury. Power-wise... let me think about it. I wonder if... where can I get Force Persuade, actually? As for him... he gets more in street injury, and in feats, he gets master two-handed weapons. Level up again. Dexterity, okay, skill-wise, street injury, feats. Well, I don't... do I need to make him a sniper too? I mean, I think he's capable of, yeah. Higher level implants would probably do just as well.
What?
Let's give him immunity to critical hits. What? The pathfinding in this game is horribly broken. I think that's pretty clear. Who are you? Sure, I'll play. Maybe 2 games. There is a limit as to how many games you can get done with this guy. Then once I'm done with the quest here, I'll be heading to Tatooine to deal with Mission's brother. Well, I should probably strangle using the Force. I do have that ability. Pulling of Vader. I might actually lose this one. Mainly because I'm running out of cards slowly but surely. What the hell? Alright, I'll play another game. I need to get my dignity back. I mean, I have enough credits to buy whatever I could possibly need. I think I'll need a lot of security spikes before I... There we go. Yeah, I'm the Pazak tournament winner, and I'm getting beaten by some guy who doesn't even have good cards. It's a game of luck at the end of the day. Okay.
Got something.
You mentioned something about your adventuring days.
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer? I bet you were an old, crazy man that always lived on Kashyyyk.
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
You're just not used to company. Stop being an old coot.
I might be, but a mouthy young thing like yourself shouldn't get to call me an old coot, damn it. Besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Bores me? Fuck off. In a different life, without an economic crash when it was, I might have actually gotten into the field. Yeah? Well, old people love to talk history. Proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolee Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
You were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor. All the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace. But they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner. And we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Where did you get all the credits for all those supplies?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use.
So, you stole it.
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
Maybe it should have.
Oh, so you're going to speak for the Force now, are you? I deserve to crash, is that it? Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
The day you what?
Well, that was the day I met my wife.
Bad memory, I take it.
No, that was a good memory. There are just much worse ones that followed. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
Fair enough, Jolee. I'll find your deep, dark secrets in time anyway.
And you
What? Yes?
Ah, nice old man. How could he possibly hate Jolee, Bindo? I mean, he's just an annoying, snarky old coot, but he's nice enough. With a biting tongue. Which would give the Queen of Roses a run for her money. There's something I've always respected about old people. They have been through a lot. I mean, I live in a country where many young people grew up in democracy, whereas many old people went experienced communism. And that did change a lot of them. Changed their perspective, changed them. Many ways for the worse, but there's valuable lessons to be learned from that.
Jolee, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolee. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolee. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Elora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Elora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to them.
Don't worry.
Alright. This is Jolee's personal quest.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
Okay.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor? Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elassa's hand.
So, a Republic veteran with a Sith woman meeting together at a hotel, having an affair most likely. Let's talk with Sunry. I can go into the jail. Okay.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
I think there's a lot more than what you're willing to throw at us. Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my heroes cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. I guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go. Go ahead. How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
I'll be going
Very
now.
well. Once you've got...
Okay. Right. The Cellcath are...
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
The Cellcath are incredibly fucking foolish.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
He's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered this Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying someone your age can overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Your husband might not be so innocent, Elora.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Got something? What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. A man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too. Or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. I don't expect much these days.
Very well, Jolee. Time for me to go to the hotel. Okay then. The hotel is up here.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
I want to ask you something else.
What do you want to know?
Were there witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
I have no more questions for now.
Well, okay.
Wait, actually.
You're the one... Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. Well...
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Alasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith master?
Oh, well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
What did you see?
Well, one time, I saw Alasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
She was the Dark Jedi?
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
He knows more than he's letting on, though. Let's rob him. 100 credits.
Yes?
I want the truth.
Sure.
The real truth. Not lies, nothing more.
No problem. Got it.
I wasn't expecting guests, and I don't want any either. Shove off.
Do you know anything about the recent murder?
What do you expect when a Sith spy and a Republic war hero are having an affair? Anyone could see it would end ugly.
Affair? What are we talking about?
Oh, so you didn't know about Sunry stepping out on his wife? Well, it may have been a secret to some, but I'm not blind. I should have charged you for that juicy tidbit. But I figured anyone investigating the murder would have already figured that out by now. Okay, you got a freebie out of me. But that's all I know about, Sunry and his hot Sith side dish. You done wasting my time now? Or you guys... You don't...
So, they were having an affair. Fair enough. Lapore? I have questions about the murder. Okay. Why were you at the hotel? What did you see? What about Alassa's room? Did someone pay you to do something in their room? So, he was paid to plant evidence. I could probably throw the trial out. Okay, I've learned all I need to know here. Let's go. Mysterious man.
Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Why are you telling me this?
Let us just say that I'm an interested party, and that I have concerns. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Alassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
They just give it to me.
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
The truth? What is the truth? And I am a defense lawyer, so my job is, I guess, to represent my side. Let's see. Access restricted data. Okay. So, he did murder her. Alright then. But it's not so cut and dry, is it? She was a spy. And I somehow doubt it's as clear-cut as he would like it to make it about his relationship with her. So after this point, hearing all of that, the Sith planting evidence, her being a dark Jedi, what do? Do you get the guy off the hook? Do you get him guilty, sentenced to death, practically? What do you decide? Well, that's up to you as a player, depending on your morals, your conscience on this issue. But obviously, I'm gonna confront Sunry about all of this, and his wife. Alright, back to the prison. Laura?
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
He did commit. Was Sunry having an affair?
Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just struck me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
He has killed many Sith before.
That was a long time ago. In a war far, far away. He's changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence. This is all a plot to discredit.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that.
Fine. I hear you.
I have this recording showing Sunry killing Alasa.
Lies! It must be! I knew the Sith would never let a Republic hero get away. You must find Sunry innocent.
It's
fine.
Alright.
Jolee, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly. Go ahead. A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
I know you're guilty, Sunry. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, that something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
You're nothing but a cold-blooded killer. Heh, not really. But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
In all fairness, I don't know. I could reveal this and they'd sentence you to death. But it's a bit more complicated than that, isn't it?
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved his eye.
Killing your lover while she sleeps is murder, even if she is a Sith.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place Kolto sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without Kolto, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
These are just excuses, Sunry. We both know you have to own up to your crimes.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of Kolto in danger. No, I won't. Look, I may have done something stupid. And it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its Kolto export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolee. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to, but I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to, but know what the consequences will be.
You fucking cunt. You were the one that dragged the Republic in there. Oh, so he met a Sith spy that tried to use him to get information on the Republic, and when he murdered her in cold blood, he got the Republic involved to save his own ass. That said, she did use him to try and get information on the Republic to having to commit treason, and he snapped as a result of that. So, that's my decision. I can get him off the hook, I can get him life in prison, I can get him executed, depending on how I want to handle this, and it is my choice. There is no dark side or light side in this decision. It's ultimately down to what you personally think is right or wrong, and how you feel the hammer should land on all of this. Just keep in mind that there are consequences to the Sith and there are consequences to the Republic. If you want to stay neutral, possibly getting him life in prison might be the most reasonable outcome. If you get them innocent, from what I've read, the Selkath placed sanctions on the Sith. And if you get them committed to execution, the Selkath put sanctions on the Republic. So, you have a vision on that. I want to begin Sunry's trial now. Yeah, let's begin. Okay. Yeah. To hell with it. I'll find Sunry innocent.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial. You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Objection, Your Honors.
Of course, Your Honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Was the medal left at the crime scene not a little too obvious?
I think it may have been. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to leave something that important lying around, wouldn't you?
Elassa is a dark Jedi, isn't she?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
I have no additional questions.
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elassa's room, didn't you? This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Did you see Sunry kill Elassa? Isn't the medal at the crime scene too obvious a clue? Did you plant the medal on Elassa?
Don't do it, Glupor. Lies! Slander! I object!
I have no additional questions. Alright.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elassa.
Was it true your husband was having an affair with Elassa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
Sunry was a Republic war hero, wasn't he?
Yes. He fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold blood.
I wish to Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Alassa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Alassa, my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
How could Alassa have gotten a hold of your medal?
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, Your Honors?
You are going to end the affair with the Sith object.
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be. I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Alassa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Sunry was a cripple and couldn't have killed her. Sunry was ending the affairs, and so the Sith killed her.
The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand.
No one actually witnessed the murder.
Oh, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
My arguments are complete.
Your Honors, no!
I guess you got the result you wanted, but I still think it was a big waste of time. We Mandalorians prefer to settle things with a nice, quick trial by combat.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave here and get as far away from all this as soon as we can. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
I think I need to take a shower. I feel disgusted with myself. I made a mockery of the justice system. And that's actually far more important. Yes, she used him. Yes. She manipulated him. Guess what? In a court of law, that doesn't fucking matter. America has this saying, we're a nation of laws, not of people. The law is more important than any kind of individual. I subverted the rule of law for the sake of one person who was manipulated because I didn't want him to spend the rest of his days in prison. That was the decision. I knew he was guilty. I still got him off the hook. But I still stand by that decision in a certain sense. I mean, let's face the facts. Is the fact that she was a Sith spy and using him count for nothing? Is the fact that the Sith planted evidence on the body count for nothing? I mean, hell, I'd call it a mistrial, really. What?
Ah, so we meet again, Canderous. It has been quite a long time.
Jolee?
Do you know him, Canderous?
He was a warrior under my command up to the Battle of Althir. But I thought...
You thought I was dead, didn't you? You thought all of us that you had sent on that attack had perished. You sent us to die in a foolish attack, while you directed your forces elsewhere. You broke from the battle plan and let us die for it, so that you could have the honor of being the first to kill the enemy commander.
Tough decisions are made in war.
That does not excuse what he did to us.
I did what was prudent at the time. If I had not done it, the battle would have...
The battle would have been won anyway. I am tired of your excuses, Canderous. I have spent years tracking you down since the clans were banished, and I will not rest until I've had my vengeance.
If you face Canderous, you face me as well.
I am not afraid of you. And if you choose, you can die by his side as well. I challenge you, Canderous. I challenge you to fight the fight you fled that day above Althir, in the doomed seas of Tatooine. I will be waiting for you. I have spread the news of the challenge since I learned you had landed on this world. All the surviving Mandalorian clans know of what I do here, and that we shall meet on Tatooine to settle this debt of vengeance once and for all. If you fail to meet me there, you shall be stripped of all honor and forever cast out of our society. It will be you and me alone in the doomed seas of Tatooine. A final battle that can only end in death. I shall be waiting for you there, Canderous.
I've been given a challenge I can't ignore. We've got to go to the doomed seas of Tatooine, so I can find Jolee and kill him for his insult to me.
What happened out there? Why is Jolee so mad at you?
This is between me and Jolee. You don't have to get involved. If you're lucky, he might spill something before I spread him in a paste over the dunes. What?
Very well, Canderous. If you want to be like that, so be it. I'm not gonna get in your way. So, Calo Noor's armor is probably better than this one, but let's see how it looks actually. I mean, if it looks like crap, sure, I won't use it. No, that's Mandalorian armor for you. I'll give Calo Noor's armor to... Sure. To Carf.
Got something on your mind, do you?
What do you think of Sunry's verdict?
Innocent. I don't know what to make of it, to tell the truth. Do you think justice has been done?
No.
But that has little to do with the law, doesn't it? A sad state of affairs, that. Too bad, really. Sunry was a good man once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
How may I... What...
Got something.
You mentioned something about your wife before.
I don't want to talk about that.
Sorry, maybe we can talk about it later.
Maybe, but I doubt it. I'm made stubborn that way. Got some...
Well, I do. Spit it out already.
Now that's a unique method of getting someone to talk. Thunder about like a bantha in a circuit shop. Does that work for you often? Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you'll never want to be reminded of them again, ever. You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
Is that why you went to Kashyyyk?
Partly, maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation.
Well...
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life, perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
What's this? Love advice from an old Jedi?
And why not? All this nonsense about avoiding love is so much foo-foo. I shouldn't be the only one who realizes that. Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
Not even a Jedi. You mean not anymore, right?
Nope, never was. Technically, I never rose above the rank of Padawan for various reasons. Does that surprise you?
Yes, you seem to have all the abilities of a Jedi.
In my case, becoming a Jedi would have been a formality. I doubt the Order and I would have gotten along well, considering my opinions on things such as love. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you.
Maybe the Jedi just think you shouldn't take that risk.
Bah, a life without risk is boring. Is that how you want to live? You want love, you've got to fight for it. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it. Got something.
Okay. Let's see about Karf's armor. I will give him... No. Not Davix. Yeah. Well, it's hard to argue with it, to be honest. It's really good. Better than Calo Nord's. Not that I'm using Carful that much, it's really just for looks. It looks better than the pink and green. And seriously, with the fuck design that armor, it looks like a piece of garbage strapped together with tape. Green tape. Now that's a piece of armor. Actually, maybe there is... If there is, no. There is none. I'd put the Mandalorian mask on him. It would look better. Okay. Let me see if I can strike a conversation with Jolee. Something happened with his wife.
Got something.
Why did you leave the Jedi?
Who said I left the Jedi?
You did. You said you weren't a Jedi anymore.
Well, technically I was only a Padawan. Not that that makes a difference to most, but as for the Order itself, no, I never left it. It left me.
What do you mean it left you?
You know what I hate? Well, lots of things really, but I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice.
Let me guess. You disagree.
Damn right I disagree. The Jedi are just as capable of injustice as anyone else. They may try harder, sure, but sometimes they get it wrong. And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility, but it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong.
So, the Jedi wronged you in some way, I take it?
No, the Jedi always treated me well. It would be foolish and untrue to say otherwise. That's not what I meant anyway. Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll try to explain. I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew. Hortath, I think. Or was it Horthoff? I could never get it straight.
Go on.
Where was I then? Oh yes, Master Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment. Some used to counsel him in the urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you. But he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on. The other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man.
Go on.
So, one day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally, and he asks if Master Hortath is sure, and of course Master Hortath says that he is. The Padawan suggests that perhaps he should ask someone else, but the proud Hortath now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever. It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway, though whether that was out of respect for Hortath or because the boy went on to something else, well, we'll never know.
So, you knew this master or the Padawan?
No, both of them were from before my time. Well before the Sith Wars, even.
I don't understand.
The tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me, remember? Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run. Got something on you?
Very well. I'm gonna learn all of Jolee's delicious past soon enough. Okay, I'm taking mission encounters with me. This is a mission for them both. There's a lot of stuff I need to sell as well after this. Need to go back to Yavin.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tech land for me, right?
I'm not giving you the gland until I see some credits.
Sorry, like I said before, I don't have any credits on me. And Greedo won't lend me any. It's like he doesn't trust me to pay him back or something. But you come through on this, and I promise you'll get a huge payday down the road.
Oh, just shut the fuck up. I know I'm not getting any credits.
Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Torresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to your Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Torresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, at least 20 times your investment.
You already promised me a few thousand credits.
Hey, don't worry, you'll get your credits as soon as we start mass producing that Torresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff.
I've done more than enough for you already.
You don't know much about business, do you? When an opportunity like this comes along, you have to jump at it. Come on, what do you say?
You know, I'm the one running around with 30,000 credits and expensive shit that's worth tens of thousands more. I think I have a great idea about business. Ask me again, and that tech land won't be the only freshly harvested organ around here.
Whoa, no need to get violent. I can take a hint. I was just trying to do you a favor, but I see you're not interested. It's your loss. I better get started brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll give you a down payment on what I owe you.
Bitch, please. I know you're not gonna be here. I know. If you trust this guy, you're a damn idiot. Now, to save, go back in and let's see. Okay, he's probably gonna disappear. Whatever. I'll deal with Candace's mission. Maybe I need to actually go into the Ebon Hawk. Let's see. I imagine he'll be gone.
What?
Yeah?
Precious mission.
Huh?
Yeah?
What? Good.
Regardless, I have someone to find around here. I just don't know exactly where to look. There's a hunter somewhere around here. Maybe the eastern side. Maybe. I don't know why the game insists on doing crap like this. It's like, oh yeah, go into the middle of the fucking desert. There's an assassination target I need to find anyway. Okay. So, I don't see anyone here. Where are these people?
Yes?
There we go.
Ah, so you managed to come after all. I see you brought friends.
You brought some of your own as well.
Ha! Indeed I did. I foresaw that you might need help, so I arranged a distraction.
I came by my own will.
I do not need to hear your excuses, Jedi. I know why he brought you.
Enough of this talk, Jolee. Let's do what we came here to do.
I think both of you need to calm the hell down.
We both know the stakes here, and we both know what we must do. It is only in death that this can end.
This is a matter of honor. I cannot stand by this insult. I must do this.
Why do you need to fight Canderous, Jaggy?
In the battle above the world of Althir, he ordered us to attack the enemy flank, promising us support. But when he saw better prospects for his own glory, he abandoned us and left us to die surrounded by enemies.
If I had not attacked when I did, the battle would not have been won so easily.
It would still have been won. You sent your own men to die there, Canderous. I cannot forgive you for what you did to us. You will pay.
That's not the way it happened.
You sent your own men to die, Canderous?
The Althiri were fighting hard. I saw a break in their defenses that left their center exposed. I had to take the chance. If I had not done what I did, many more warriors would have died and the battle would have taken much longer. I stand by my decision.
You coward. You glory hunter. You were given direct orders and were part of a plan. You had a responsibility to us.
I can regret their loss, but it was necessary.
Jaggy, what he did was a smart tactical move.
I have had enough of your prattle, Jedi. This is between Canderous and I, and we shall settle this now, once and for all.
Huh? Yeah? Yes?
I think this has affected me in ways I didn't anticipate. I think I'll need time to sort things out. Thanks for what you did. Whatever your intentions might have been. I just need time.
Alright, I need to find that droid. What? Well, these guys are annoying. They didn't die so easily to my force lightning though. Might be because of the shields. But I'm not looking for them. Where is this guy? There's a... If he is hunting crate dragons, then there's only one logical place where he would be, which is in the Eastern Sea Dune. And there's no way to persuade Joggy, by the way, I think. Might be wrong, but that's what I think at any rate. He might be near the Sand People. Let's check that out. Somehow doubt it. It's worth checking out, nonetheless. I'm not gonna use that right now. He does have an assault droid. The Gamorrean. Ah, there we go. He is here. I'm going to enjoy killing you, Vaughn. Alright, that was Canderous' quest. Now, let's go back and see if Mission's brother is still there. Somehow, I doubt it. You know what, screw it, I'm not picking that one up. I will kill it, though. Just for experience.
Here it is!
And now, let's see if Mission's brother is as much of a scumbag as I suspect he is. Let me guess.
Huh?
What?
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 Yeah?
She's not even moving.
What?
Yeah?
Yeah?
What?
Oh, this is gonna take...
Yeah?
What?
What?
Yeah?
What?
Yes?
What?
Yeah?
What?
Well, that's fun. I'm going to suspect that the game just crashed. Great. That's a great deal of fun, in fact.